Alright, guys, so we got big news to talk about regarding the Bendy and the Ink Machine movie. Now, it was announced last week that on Halloween they were going to announce who the director was. And in the back of my head, I was like, alright, yeah, they're still doing a Bendy and the Ink Machine movie, whoop-de-fucking-do. And at the same time, I was like, in my head, I was like, well, they're probably building it up for really nothing. Because it could be anyone, like Joe Schmo. But at the same time, in the back of my head, also I was thinking, they wouldn't make a big deal out of it if it wasn't a known director. And I thought to myself today, before the announcement dropped today, I was just kind of like, wouldn't it be funny if it was some big-name horror director like Mike Flanagan or Sam Raimi? And I was close! I was close! The director for the Bending the Ink Machine movie is Andre Overdahl. And the moment they said from the director of Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, Troll Hunter, and Last Voyage of the Demeter, I was like, no fucking way. No fucking way. And I was like, the moment they showed Andre Overdahl is the director of Bendy and the Ink Machine, I was like, let's go! Now you have my full attention. Because Andre Overdahl, I think, is a very underrated and underappreciated horror director. I think he does great work with aesthetics and cinematography. Most of you guys would know best as Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, a great PG-13 horror movie. He also directed, of course, the movie that really got his foot in the door was Troll Hunter, one of the best found footage movies I have ever seen. He also did Thal, which is a great another folklore horror kind of film. He also directed the Autopsy of Jane Doe, which is a great tense horror movie. And he did do Last Voyage of the Demeter, which I actually liked. I actually enjoyed Last Voyage of the Demeter. I understand that it did have its problems, but I still think it worked. Do I think the ending worked? No, but I feel like that was more Universal tampering than anything else. But movie studios are going to movie studio. But, yeah. So, I really do think this was the perfect pick. This was the absolute perfect pick to have in this film. If anyone was going to really capture the feel of the scenery and whatnot, it was going to be either him or... I actually made a joke saying maybe it was Jason Wrightman, the director of the recent Ghostbusters movies, because even though I'm not a biggest fan of Afterlife and Frozen Empire, I do think the aesthetics and the themes that Wrightman works with could really transition to Bendy really well. But Overdahl is really good at doing scenery and tone and atmosphere. And that's what the Bendy video games really predicate themselves on, are themes of atmosphere and tone and scenery. And Overdahl hits all those checks perfectly. I think he's also, I think he's a really underrated director. I think he is I know a lot of his movies don't really, these days have kind of flew under the radar, which kind of sucks, because again, Scary Stories is a great PG-13 horror movie. And I really do think one of the reasons why Joey, the people behind Bendy were him, because he really knows how to do the themes of tone and atmosphere that Bendy prides itself on, you know? I'm really excited. I wasn't too hyped about a Bendy and the Ink Machine movie, mostly because, while I do like the Bendy and the Ink Machine the games, I will say that they do have their flaws. For the most part, they really do have a lot of flaws to them. But at the same time, I'm also of the mindset of, well, it still looks cool, and I think the universe itself is real. I think the universe itself could really work. But the fact of the matter is, this has now got me interested in this game. Again, I was kind of thinking, well, it seems like a lot of hoopla for a director that's probably not really done anything. That's what I thought. They were just going to be oh, it's this guy. You probably know him from this little unknown film or a lesser known film. Hell, I even thought they were going to get the director from Five Nights at Freddy's. But nope, Andre Overdahl is a great and absolutely just slam dunk of a director pick for me. Now, I don't know who's going to be the writer. I don't know they haven't announced casting or whatever. I don't even think the movie's supposed to come out in 2025. I think it's someone said late at sometime 2026. So we'll see when that comes out. But they are now putting themselves in the right foot forward with this director. You know, the director announcement was I think is a solid pick. I think if you're going to do, because I think this movie is going to be PG-13. I really do think this movie is probably going to be it's not going to be an R-rated film, but again, he did probably one of the scariest PG-13 horror movies in a long time, and I think he can do it again. I really do think he can do that again with Bendy and the Ink Machine. It's just kind of perfect for him, really. So, congratulations, Joey Drew Studios and everyone behind the Bendy movie. You now have my full attention, and now I have an interest in this movie. I really have a legit interest in this film. So, yeah, you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of Andre Overdahl directing Bendy and the Ink Machine? Are you guys excited? Are you guys not? Who would you have preferred for director? And who are you hoping to see in the movie, and what are the themes of the movie you're hoping to see? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.